Hey y'all, so in today's video we're going to talk about the wooden stake, how to make one, and the benefits of having one of these versus a metal camp stake. So we'll go ahead and get started. In order to make one of these, all you need to do is find a branch that's about the length of your wrist or your elbow. Cut it off on either side, crown the top, sharpen the other end, and you don't need to make this so sharp that it's going to kill vampires. We're not out here killing vampires. We're just literally just pounding this into the ground. So vampires out there, you're okay, you're safe. You don't have to worry about it. But next you cut off a V-notch in here, just like that. And if you can, try to find one that has a knot right above the V-notch, or make your V-notch right above a knot if you can. It makes it stronger. That way when you're pounding it into the ground using your maul or a axe or hatchet or rock, whatever you're using, it's less likely to break off this piece right here because of the shock. It does help out. And then about thumb thickness. You don't need to make it any thicker than that. You can have it thinner, but just be warned that the thinner you make them, I guess the right word is, or the right way to say this is, the thinner it's going to be, more likelihood that it's going to break, depending on what type of wood you use. And you don't have to make it as elaborate. You don't have to have the bark still on here if you don't want it. It's eventually going to come off anyways. I just have this on here so it's easier for you guys to see. So that's as simple as that. This is the second wooden project on Dave Canterbury's 10 simple wood projects. I'll put the link in the description down below for that video. But this is the second one. The pros versus cons of these versus a metal tent stake is, the con is this might be a little bit heavier for you depending on what type of wood you use. The second one is, I don't know if you'd really want to take this out with you. If you're backpacking, it'd be best or better, I guess, if you made this at your camp. So if you're in an area that doesn't have trees, that might be a con, because you can't make this. So if you do decide to make a few of these and take them with you, it's kind of bulky. It's a lot heavier than a tent stake. But the pros is, obviously, one of the benefits is you're making something yourself. So you get to make something using wood. If that's something you like doing, like I do, you get to work with wood. Plus it lasts for a very long time. Another thing you could do too is, if you're worried about this breaking, what you can do is heat harden it by a fire. But another pro is, if you're in a very windy area, if you have those little tent stakes and you're in loose soil, if the wind is bad enough, whatever you're tying it to, like your tarp, you can literally blow those things out or loosen them up to the point that your tarp isn't functioning the way it should. With one that's this thick and this long, you can pound this in loose soil and it's not moving, unless you obviously dig it up or push it out, but the wind's not gonna blow it out. The problem with the metal ones is they're just too short, I think, in my personal opinion, for loose soil. And then they're not very thick, they're very thin, so they don't seem to be staying in the ground as well in loose soil as these do. Another benefit of this is you're working on your knife skills. You're out looking for pieces of wood that would work for making a tent stake, so that's a plus. Pro tips, like I said, is you can heat harden these, and if you can, try to find one that has a knot on top and then do your V-notch below it. So hope you all enjoyed. Stay safe, and enjoy the woods. Take care.